guys, welcome to this new segment of the Book Dragon podcast. It's called Our Bookshelf, and I'm doing it with my sister, Cammie. Say hi.
Hi!
We're going to be talking about books from off of our bookshelf, so here we go.
Okay, we're starting in alphabetical order according to the last name of the author, because that's how our bookshelf is set up. So we are going to start with Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. So most of you have probably heard about this book. It's very popular. You're probably seeing one of the many different versions of the movies, which is all I have ever seen about it. I never read it. So Tiana will tell you about the book.
So if you've never read the book, it is about the four March sisters when their dad is away at war, and specifically Jo, the second born. I can't really tell you too much about what happens in the book because so much happens. There's lots of little stories, which is kind of what happens in lots of Louisa May Alcott's books.
So, for all of us who have not read the book, is there anything hugely different between the movies and the book, specifically the newest one that just came out?
Well, as I've told you many times before, the way that Jo gets engaged with this Friedrich Bayer is totally different. Sorry, this is a sore subject with me. But, yeah.
Well, I like that part in the movie. Anyway, yeah. But of the movies, I would say, so I've seen 3 different versions, I think. One was an older one, which I did like, and another was a slightly newer one that had 3 parts, so it's more of a TV series, and I really enjoyed that one. Yes. And was that closer to the book, Tiana?
It's been a long time, but I think so.
From what I heard, it was more accurate, or at least contained more of the stuff that was in the book, because it was longer, it can do that. So I did also enjoy the new one, but it felt kind of rushed.
I think the newest one might have had some out-of-order stuff.
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
Or maybe, well, it is kind of out of order in general.
Yeah.
Because it's
lots of
from here, this place in the timeline of the story, back in time to this timeline, back and forth like that. So
right,
it can be a little confusing. Okay, so I guess we're ready to move on to the next book.
Right. So the next book is Young Whit and the Thieves of Barrymore by Dave Arnold and Phil Lawler. I guess we were organizing our bookshelf according to the first author, apparently.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, it's the third book in the Young Whit series, which is a series off of Adventures in Odyssey, the audio drama series thing. And I think this is the one where he becomes a Christian. Yeah. And
don't spoil it.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert.
I've not read this book yet.
Yeah. But were you planning on?
I don't know.
Okay. But you know that
you can convince
a Christian
me
because it's Mr. Whittaker.
I know.
And
that's
he's
true.
A Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Christmas time, I think, this one. This series has a really interesting ongoing plot line that I want to find out about. About a cloth that that has healing powers. And they find out more about it in this book. And I'm not sure if that relates to one of the Odyssey episodes, The Jesus Cloth. It almost sounds like it could. Because we find out that it's, spoiler alert, from Jesus' robe.
So for all the listeners out there, would you have to listen to Odyssey for this to make sense?
I don't think so, but it's kind of cool to see how everything comes together with Odyssey. But I don't think you would really have to listen to Odyssey without, to read the books.
Okay, I guess we're ready to move on then. So our next book is called Dreamtreaders by Wayne Thomas Batson. This is the first book in a awesome trilogy that I very much enjoyed.
And she actually read this one. The previous 2 books she had not read it.
Okay, and this is also my book, and those were 2 of her books.
Right, exactly.
So don't judge me too hard. So I really enjoyed this book. It kind of is a fantasy that after I read it, I discovered a lot of the stuff in it is slightly scientific. But, so I guess you could call it sci-fi. It is about a young boy named Archer Keaton who can dream walk. And it's really hard to explain, but he can go into dreams and cohesively dream and control his dreams. And so, yeah, that's the basic plot. So, yeah, it's really good. It's also very weird, but it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you would like to say about it?
So what age range would you recommend this for?
This is a YA book mainly because of it's a little creepy. The main villain is called the Nightmare Lord, and since it's dream stuff, there's a lot of very weird, very creepy things, but I would say teenagers could definitely read it without a problem.
Mm-hmm. But I think I read it when I was like 12 or 11.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. So the next one is the Door Within trilogy by Wayne Thomas Batson. It's about a kid named Aiden who, when he moves to Maryland, finds a door within. Yeah, kind of, but he actually finds scrolls in the basement. And he eventually goes to another world.
Yay!
Yeah.
So, they're written by the same person as wrote Dreamtreaders. Yeah. They're cool.
It's a trilogy.
Yes. This is also a trilogy, and this is, I guess it technically could be classified as YA, but I would more say it is juvenile fiction just because it's not written the best. Like, I love the story. Yeah, it's not written as well as Dreamtreaders.
So, I think older people would be able to find more problems with it. I would probably recommend it for younger kids. Right. And you would find very many parallels to Lord of the Rings. Some people would say it's a copy. But
it's not, though. It's not the same story at all.
Right.
There's just some, like, similar characters and creatures. Like, there's giant spiders in the last book.
And lands.
Yes, definitely similar lands.
But I think younger children would most appreciate it. Like 10, younger even than 10, maybe.
But there's, like, basically twin legless is
like
in
why?
it. So, I mean, why wouldn't you like it?
Right.
But yeah, it's a little bit less well written. I think it was the first series he did.
Maybe.
But it's a very enjoyable story nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Characters are very good.
He's very good at writing his characters, which is why I like his book so much.
Mm-hmm.
But they can be kind of dark. And I think Dreamtreaders and Door Within are probably the least dark of his books.
He has some very dark, creepy books. Take it from me. Okay. Let's move on.
Alright, so our next book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And this is a classic, which also you probably heard of. So I guess I'll just read the back because it's really short. It says, orphan Jane Eyre, hated by her aunt and cousins, is sent away to Lowood School. Although life improves for Jane, she longs for true love and friendship. Then one day, she meets Mr. Rochester, and everything changes. I don't know if that is not a good description, but that describes the beginning of the book. I think it is an awesome story. But, like, the only good character in it is Jane, and she is amazing. So, read it for Jane. Yeah. There's a lot of toxic characters in it.
No kidding.
But it is very good. And, I believe the, movies and stuff, it's kind of, like, could be classified as, like, gothic horror. Like, they definitely make it more creepy. But the book is not actually that creepy. Like, there are definitely some creepy scenes in it. But overall, it does not have a horror vibe at all.
No. Not really.
It's very much a classic.
I'm in the process of listening to it at the moment.
Okay.
So, our next series is the Kingdom series by Chuck Black. We actually started reading the Knights of Arrethtrea first, which is kind of the sequel series. But it's basically an allegory. The first book of the Kingdom series is Kingdom's Dawn, and it basically is an allegory stretching from Seth in the Bible to the last of the prophets. It stretches all the way to the last of the prophets in the Old Testament. And then it is
Moses.
It's what stretches to Moses in the first book. The second book, Kingdom's Hope, stretches to the last prophets in the Old Testament. Sorry,
all in one character. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I know. We did a lot. And I actually have not read the rest of the Kingdom series. I don't really have access to it. But we have quite a few of the Knights of Arrethtrea. Cammie's book is Sir Bentley and Holbrook Court.
Which is the second book of the series.
Right.
And it's my favorite. And there's also Sir Dalton and then Lady Carlos.
No, the first one is Sir Kendrick.
Right. Yeah, the first one is Sir Kendrick. And then the next one is Sir Bentley, Sir Dalton, Lady Carlos, Sir Quinlan, and Sir Rowan, which I have not read Sir Rowan, but I've read all the rest of them.
Yeah, and I haven't read Sir Quinlan, but the other ones. Sir Kendrick it's been a long time since I read it, but that was really good. Sir Bentley is kind of the classic knight saves the lady story.
But I still like it a lot.
Right, it is. It's really good.
It's good.
And Sir Dalton, that was really good, though it was rather violent.
Okay, all of them are kind of violent. Like, he kind of tends to go into a lot of detail in the battles and stuff.
Yeah, and Lady Carlos is a sequel to Sir Dalton, and I haven't read any of the others. But, yeah. Okay.
So that's everything we have for today, I think.
So, Little Women, Young Wit, Dreamtreaders, Door Within, Jane Eyre, Chuck Black, because there's 2 series.
Read them all if you can.
Yes. See you next time. Thanks for listening.
Yep, see ya.